Hey guys, this is Janie Charlo, author of 7 Steps to Mastering Your Emotions. And welcome to the very first session as we're going to break this book down into all 7 steps. So sit back, relax, grab you some water. We're going to have these sessions. They're going to be ongoing until we completely break down each step. So we're going to start in the very beginning today with the author's note, which is my sincere hope and wish and everything that I want you to truly get out of this book. Indeed, this book was spiritual downloads, channeled messages that is to help awaken so much of humanity right now. And when you're given a mission, you just start, and then you just allow the unfolding to happen. So this is where it all started, and so I'm really excited about us coming together during these sessions to break it down, and for everyone to kind of tap into their own emotions. And I'm gonna have questions for you guys to ask yourself as we work through every step. So again, it's 7 Steps to Mastering Emotions. You can grab a copy of this book on Amazon. I am also currently doing book donations. I am donating a few books to the Carrie Still Pitts home here in Atlanta. And once we meet our donations there, we're going to adopt another facility to donate books to. So please, if you've already gotten the book and you feel like you are at a place of self-mastery, perhaps decide to donate a book to someone else. And you could do that by donating. I will include the donation link on this video for you to do that, and you could donate as many books as you like. The cost is $10, so I appreciate that, guys. Let's dive in. So 7 steps to mastering emotions, gaining emotional intelligence, and getting the best out of life. So we're going to start with my note to you, the reader. You were magnetically drawn to this book because you are ready to tap into the power within. You are done with suffering and want to live out your best life from the most powerful seat available to you, your authentic self. The first run through these steps may feel like a whirlwind. That's totally okay. These steps will require you to perhaps master one step before moving forward to the next. It may require you coming back to this book during many phases of your life, as the best interpretation of life is experience. We can only gain self-mastery by gaining the knowledge and then applying it to our everyday lives. Besides, the application of knowledge is wisdom. As you master each step, be very proud of your progression. Be very confident to be mastering wisdom of the ages. Emotions are a topic we have suppressed for way too long. Maneuvering through this process can be scary. Reader, keep going on. I sincerely hope that you will master each step of this book to unlock a life of freedom and empowerment. No longer do you have to go about life making the same mistakes and wondering why it keeps happening. We're all here to create the life of our dreams. We're creating every second of the day. Every single thing we can already see manifested in our lives, we actually created it. We are creating with our thoughts, whether we are conscious of it or not. Our thoughts are creating our feelings, which is our emotions. Our feelings are creating our words. Our words are creating our actions. Our actions are creating our patterns. Our patterns are creating our lives. Your emotions are alive within you, like waves of water that will rise and fall. Feeling the waves keeps us alive. Becoming numb to them is when we begin to die. Master your emotions and have a smooth sail into the life you desire. Janie. So that was my note to you guys. on what I truly want you to do and to gain from going through these steps. And when I tell you at the end of these steps in this journey that you'll take, it's true enlightenment. It's true enlightenment. So let's move on. The dedication. This book is dedicated to the Most High God and all of humanity. So this book is for all of humanity. It is for all human beings. It is for all cultures, all ethnicities, all genders, and honestly, I would say around teenagers and above, because at the teenage years is when we really begin to get that self-identity. We begin to develop self-esteem. We really begin to observe our life in comparison to others. Although that happens very, very earlier in life, but around teenage years is when things really begin to set. And if we have healthy patterns in regards to our emotions, it's gonna set the tone for how we develop and cope as adults. So this book is dedicated to all of humanity. And I start off with a quote from Lao Tzu. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. And this quote is so important because mastering emotions is not about manipulation and manipulation over others. It is about understanding ourselves, our intricate details, everything that makes us, everything that we have ever experienced, every desire we have ever had. Where does that come from? So it's important to understand that we are here to master ourselves. We have to be the change that we wish to see. And the best place to start is with ourselves. Chapter 1 is entitled Self-Mastery. Why master our emotions? Well, we can genuinely connect to others and become more in tune with ourselves. We harness the power from within to create every experience we desire from the driver's seat. When we master our emotions and gain emotional intelligence, we can motivate, inspire, and encourage others. Mastering our emotions stops the irrational responsiveness to the outside world, in which we cannot control, and it connects us to the ever-expansive world within us, in which we have full reign over. Truth is, if we cannot recognize the emotions in ourselves, it will be very difficult to recognize emotions in others. Most people believe everything that is happening to them is related to the environment or the circumstances surrounding them. But we are actually creating our own emotions. We are creating everything that we're feeling. I know this can be a strange concept to understand, so I will further break it down. Let's say that I'm fired from my job. I will most likely feel upset about this loss. I will feel a bit sad or perhaps rejected as well. If I get a compliment on my shirt, this compliment may make me feel happy. It may boost my self-esteem and it can help me to feel good about myself overall. If I lose money on a bad investment, I may feel fearful as thoughts of how to replace the money begin to invade my mind. Feelings of lack and scarcity can also develop in this particular situation, because if you've lost money that you've saved, all of a sudden you feel like there's scarcity again. If I start a new project, I may feel some anxiety because I am uncertain of the outcome. If I lose a loved one to death or end a relationship that I thought was going to last, I may feel depressed. I may even feel some lack, shame, loneliness, and doubt in myself. When we examine those above examples that I just read, we can see that there's a circumstance or a situation, such as the loss of a job, the compliment on the shirt, the start of a new project, the end of a relationship, and then there are the feelings regarding that particular circumstance. Anger, sadness, happiness, joy, anxiety, lack, scarcity, depression, shame, doubt. It appears as if the circumstance and the emotions related to the circumstance coexist. However, we are only feeling certain emotions because of our thoughts regarding the circumstance. So I want you guys to understand that we only feel certain emotions because of the way we think about that circumstance. Let's continue to clarify. If I received a promotion at my job and I was expecting this promotion, then my emotions would most likely be neutral, as I was already expecting the promotion. But if I received a promotion and was not expecting it, then I would most likely be a whole lot more excited about that, and it came as a surprise. To summarize the process, the external circumstance, which is the job promotion, happens. Then our thoughts start to form in our mind regarding that particular circumstance, which is excitement or self-doubt. I'm either gonna feel good about the promotion because, hey, I feel like I could do this, or I'm gonna feel self-doubt like, oh, I'm not ready for a job promotion. What is important to know is that the circumstance doesn't really hold any weight or value, guys. A job promotion is just a job promotion. There are no emotions attached to a job promotion. We attach our own emotions to the job promotion. However, our thoughts regarding the job promotion begin to create and form in our mind, and then we start to feel towards it. So therefore, our thoughts create our emotions. If this is clear to you, you can now understand how two different people can experience the exact same situation and come out of it with two totally different emotions and experiences of it. Our thoughts go through a filter. This filter is often attached to the subconscious part in our brain and to our memory. Depending on particular memories in our brain, we may adopt particular emotions associated with those memories. The memory of a fatal car accident can bring up emotions of fear when triggered by driving past a certain stoplight. If we can become aware of the memories or circumstances that are attached to certain emotions, we can truly master ourselves emotionally. A daily awareness of our every thought is paramount in understanding how we are creating our own emotions and therefore our own experiences. Mastering this concept can truly afford a life of power over ourselves, regardless of what could be happening around us. Emotional intelligence is not about manipulation. It is mastery over self and not anyone else. It is gaining the necessary tools to feel, to heal, and to remain balanced and moving forward in life. The following chapters will discuss the 7 steps to reaching mastery. So we just went over chapter 1 of 7 steps to mastering emotions, okay? And the first chapter was self-mastery, and I really wanted to give that introduction into the process and why. So it's important to understand that our thoughts are creating our emotions. In this first chapter, I used a job promotion as an example. A job promotion has no emotions. It has no feelings attached to it. It has nothing. It's just a job promotion, right? It's just a title, a name, something we've given it to an experience. But how we feel about it, our memories regarding it, actually creates the story behind it. Therefore, it creates the emotions behind it. So, as we close on this first chapter of the series, 7 Steps to Mastering Emotions, I want you guys to just kind of sit with yourself and think of when was a time when you went within to figure yourself out. When was a time when you thought it was the outside circumstances creating the havoc in your life or creating the joy in your life? Sometimes we may think it's another person or another experience that's creating a particular joy. When was the last time you sat and thought about how you might have looked at an external situation and decided to judge it and therefore create your own emotions towards it. So I really want you guys to sit with those questions in this very first chapter. And I also want you guys to think about how everything we say, everything we think, and every action we take creates our life. It creates our patterns. So I want you to sit down and evaluate things that you say every day. Are the words you're saying, are they empowering you? Are they giving you power? Or are they taking your power away? I really want you guys to think about that. The words that you tell yourself every day. The patterns you're doing every day, they're bringing you closer to your true heart's desire, or are they bringing you further away? Your patterns, are you waking up every morning, you're putting in those health goals, or you're putting in those career goals? Are you doing that every day? Or are you doing things that are actually taking you further away from the things that you really want to achieve? And it's so important that you self-evaluate these questions that I have presented here. And perhaps we can discuss it on the next series as we go into the very first step of the book. If you haven't gotten the book yet, please get it, and you can catch up with us as we're going to go through every single chapter and attack this book to get to self-mastery. So guys, that's it. I wish you guys much love and light as you progress through this, and as you set those goals, and as you attack those emotions within you, so that you could get to the light that is in there. So that is it, guys, and we will see you later.